Hey everybody, it's me Edward Jones, aka Daniel Kuhn, back with a new video. Kanye goes to Washington. I checked out a couple of videos on the matter of last week. Kanye West, him and Jim Brown, they met with Donald Trump at the White House, and they were there was like kind of a panel. And Kanye West was he made many statements that that are true. So a lot of one of the ones that was very poignant that he made was about uh, black fathers and the role they play in the black community. He talked a lot about more jobs to be brought overseas to strengthen the U.S. instead of strengthening other countries like China. He talked about Donald all the I guess all the things I said about Donald Trump and about how if we should not want him to do bad because that'd be bad for all of us. We should want him to do good. We should want him to do the best job he can do because that means a lot of good things for all Americans. And I gotta say, I did a video a while back on his comments about slavery, and like I said, I don't I have my own ideas, my own opinions. Kanye West has his own ideas and his opinions, and I gotta say that there are times when he says things that I agree with. And back then when he made the statements about slavery, I agreed with him about it being the choice. Just like I agree with the statements he made at the White House when he would go visit Donald Trump. And what he did that was so powerful was that he demonstrated that a black man in America can think for himself. That he does not have to be tethered to a particular party that panders, that panders to them, that claiming to do what's in their what's in their best interests, um, and that group is the Democratic Plantation. And he's showing that he cannot be tethered by it, and he's taking fire from. He's taking fire from people who, it's expected. I gotta say that I just watched a few clips from one particular anchor, one Don Lemon, aka Donna Lemon, aka Don Sweet and Sour Chicken Lemon, aka Don Sweet Tea with a Twist of Lemon, and with Bakari Sellers and some other people that he had on the show, saying things like, saying saying that now Trump has a token Negro, which I think is very funny that Bakari Sellers says that because, well, it seems like Don Lemon's actually a token Negro off CNN. If they want to throw that term around. I know that one woman who was on the panel was saying that Kanye West, and I guess he's should basically call him crazy. That he's not in his right mind. He should be, no one should be taking him seriously, which is one of the big mistakes that that Democrats made in the previous election. They didn't take Donald Trump seriously. They didn't take his supporters seriously. They thought it was all a big joke, and we're seeing the effects of that right now. And then they're hurling all these insults at Kanye to discredit what he's doing. And it was interesting because I just did the video. Last video I uploaded was about Uncle Tom's Cabin, and you can be sure that a lot of those the Negroes on that panel, they were in that book, and they were the types to basically show. They basically said what their position in society was, and who they owe their allegiance to, who are their real masters. Everybody on that panel, Don Sweet Tea with Lemon, Bakari Sellers, they know who their masters are, and they dare not speak out against them. What Kanye West did, he did something that was actually a good thing. He did something that showed personal strength. I would say it showed masculinity. He spoke. He said what was on his mind. He spoke his mind. And he made a great point about saying that you think racism is going to hold him back, or white supremacy. So that's an invisible wall. And I agree with that. As a black man, or yeah, as an American man who is black, Why should I believe that there is some boogeyman out there keep me from reaching the goals that I want to reach? Isn't that my, as a man, isn't my job to find solutions to problems, to find ways around obstacles? No, isn't that the case? Isn't that why I got a Y? Isn't that why I got that Y chromosome? So I can think about, I can think things through and figure out a way around things, through things, over things, however which way I can get to my goal. Why should I let some invisible boogeyman scare me out of doing the things I want to do? Obviously it hasn't affected Kanye because he's essentially being himself. And like I said, I'm pretty sure him and I won't see eye to eye on many things, but I gotta say, I commend him on being able to speak his mind and showing that he's not under the control of some group, of some class, in a sense. Like that basically this is, there are many liberals out there that they just think that they know what's best for black people, and so black people should just shut up and go along with it. And that's not the case. That's not the case at all. I think this presidency, in so far it's almost 2 years. Almost 2 years have gone by, and many masks have fallen off from this presidency. And I gotta say, it's been a wonder to watch. I've been talking about getting a MAGA hat. I gotta go online and pick one up and add another hat to my collection. Because these are interesting times, and they're just gonna get even more interesting as the midterm elections approaches, which is this is just next month. But I just wanted to share my thoughts on that whole situation. Big shout out to Kanye West for speaking his mind, for not being afraid to, speak against the narrative, not being afraid to say how important it is for all of us to not want the president to fail. How important it is for black fathers to be in the picture. It's funny, he even made a joke about his own, the family he married into. They don't have, there's not a lot of male energy in that household, which I thought was a very good, that was a very good joke, because it's true, But that's my video. Please share your thoughts. Leave comments or questions. Do you agree with Kanye West? Do you agree with Don Lemon in the panel that was making fun of him? I'd like to read your comments. Make a donation to the channel. Just go to our homepage, look for the Give Up That Cheese button. You make a PayPal donation of any amount you want. Money goes towards many projects that I work on. Any gripes, complaints, send me a PM. I'll see if I can do to address them. That's my video. Kanye West goes to Washington. I'm Edward Jones, aka Daniel Kuhn, and you guys take care.